Boy, I'm gonna tell you what, it was hard enough making videos before I got this little puppy, but he's a little bitty guy, whole lot of ornery. So I'm gonna try to get through this video as fast as possible without screaming or jumping or flinching or getting bit too many times. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love him. This video is the introduction to a series of videos that I'm really wanting to create. It's sponsored by J.B. Conway at Pure Okie and Jan at Simply Jan Homestead. Okay, well, I guess it's not really sponsored by them because they didn't send me no money or anything. And that would have been kind of cool. But it is inspired by them. Take 343. It was hard enough creating videos before I got this little puppy. Now he a little bitty guy, but he big ornery. So I'm gonna try to get through this video as short and as fast as possible and try to describe what this introduction video is about in a way that makes sense, but doesn't take 3 hours to tell the story. I'm kidding, it's not sponsored by them, but it was encouraged and suggested by. J.B. Conway and I have become pretty good friends. Well, J.B. Conway and I were talking about my channel and me whining about the lack of content because I haven't found my property and this and that. And she's tough. If you know her, she's tough. She'll tell you like she sees it. And she basically said, you got content, you just don't got the content you think you want right now. Now, that's not exactly what she said, but that's a jest to it. And she suggested a video series, or, videos about the cartoons that I draw of different people in the community. And we talked about it for a bit, and it really inspired me, but I got off the phone with her and I did what I do all the time. Don't care what you think about it. Don't care if you believe me or not. I took it to the Lord in prayer. Then I got to visit with Jan from Simply Jan Homestead, and I think it was in text or chat or maybe on the phone. I can't remember. But I mentioned to her JB's idea, and I guess her and JB had already talked about it. She thought it was a great idea, and she encouraged me to go for it. So I'm going to give this thing a shot. It wasn't because of JB, Conway, or Jan. It was because I found a peace in that, and it kind of tickled me because I have so much fun doing art. And not to drag this out, I'm just going to try to explain the series. I found YouTube completely by accident. I'm not technologically solid. I don't like a lot of social media and stuff like that. I love to design. I love to draw. Been doing since I was a kid. But when I was a little kid, I only had like two dreams. It was two. I was going to graduate high school. That wasn't a dream of mine. And then I was going to join the military. I was going to follow in my father's footsteps and my family's history and legacy of serving our country. Wanted to become a dog handler in the United States Air Force. I did manage to accomplish that dream, or parts of that dream, and when I got out of the service, I really didn't know what I wanted to do for a living. I still had the desire to play wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. Don't hold it against me. I'm a Texan. And I was like 5'9" and weighed about maybe $110, 110 pounds. And at that time, Tom Landry wasn't looking for skinny wide receivers that had no football skills. So I went ahead and started searching through life as to what I wanted to do. I didn't choose to be a cartoonist. I didn't choose to be an artist and to do the things that I ended up getting paid well for through my life. It was what I believed. Now, it's what I know. It's what God had chosen for me. He blessed me with the skills and the talent to be able to reproduce onto paper at the time, because this was way before computers. And later in life, up in a big truck on a big boom lift, painting billboards by hand, and I really loved it. I won't say that it's what I had chose for my career field, and I won't say that I even wanted that as a career. I'll just say that, you know, maybe when E.F. Hutton speaks, everybody should listen, but I guarantee you, when God speaks, you're going to have to listen. A lot of people might say a lot of things about me, and some of them might even be true. But one thing for sure, I want it never to be left unsaid that I had more faith than I had common sense. And that's just a fact. I walk by faith, not by sight. And so I've had a lifetime of artwork. And anyway, in the course of life, I had an old Dodge Ram that the window quit working. So I went and Googled it. I went and Woogled it like everybody else does, and a video popped up, so I clicked on it to find out how to fix the door window, and it took me to YouTube, and I created an account. It was really by accident, because my dreams at that time were to put all my stuff in storage and start searching. One of two things. I was either going to take the RV and go full-time living in an RV and travel around and see all the things in the United States that I hadn't seen before, and just be a full-time RVer. Or I was going to go ahead and buy me a piece of property, build another homestead, open a big, large dog animal rescue, live out my life that way. Again, took it to the Lord in prayer. I ended up finding comfort and peace in the ideal of homesteading, living out in the wild country, and just kind of doing my own thing. So I became more and more familiar with YouTube, and I'm being bit. If you can see that little head popping up every now and then, that's Harley down here. He doesn't like not being the center of my attention, or, well, everybody's attention. Anyway, so I found YouTube quite by accident and started following different channels of interest. I would, and just started searching for things, channels of interest. Found a full-time RVing community, found people from different communities, but that had interests similar to mine. Found myself drawn to, no matter what community I was in, people of like mind, which is pretty simple stuff for me. A kindness, just good old down home, salt of the earth type people. I found that most predominantly in homesteading, farming, ranching, outdoor life. I love my quads and toys, and so outdoor adventures, outdoor sports. I love to fish, whitewater raft, so that kind of a vibe. So ended up in a lot of different communities and everything, and I won't say that I'm a viewer, because if I don't find a common ground with the channel, a common interest with a channel, a creator, then then I'll just, keep looking. There's no hard feelings, nothing there. It's just that, we didn't vibe. But boy, when I do, I go all in. I'd say I become a fan of the channels, a fan of the families, love the critters. I think I'm more of a fan than I am just a viewer. I become a fan, and I watch, and I think everybody has their own way of showing content creators, and I don't call them influencers. I call them content creators, or most of them entertainers. but I find, everybody has their way of showing their appreciation to those people, and everybody does an excellent job, I think, of that. At least I hope the channels that I watch and the content creators, they realize how valuable they are. They realize that they got people who enjoy their videos and support them. I've got a little way that I do that. I bet everybody wished I'd just send them money. But I do fan art. Okay? I love when somebody makes me laugh, or I see a basic kindness and goodness in somebody, and all kinds of other things. I lay down of the evening time and say my prayers, and then I kind of meditate on the day. And if I'm still laughing at something, after I've laid down and trying to go to sleep, and I'm still cracking up about something, if I don't get up and write down a note, draw a cartoon of this, then it's a miracle. And if I don't get up and do it, I'm not going to get no sleep until I do, because it'll be in my head. I'm just never going to forget Christine, Mrs.GilliamFarms, and Johnny, when she was talking about that seed catalog. And everybody in their live, I don't know how many people was up there, all these windows, and everybody in there was holding up, they had theirs. And she was mad because she hadn't got hers yet. I'm paraphrasing, but apparently she did get it. Johnny got it out of the mailbox, and it went missing, or it didn't make it into the house. And but she went on a search throughout that house, and she was looking for that. She's a sweetheart, but you could tell she was a little frustrated there for a second. And she finally showed back up. Boy, she was pretending to be mad, and she sent Johnny off looking for that catalog. And the next thing you know, she pulls it out and tells everybody she done found it, She's still messing with Johnny. Anyway, I laughed so hard in that, and I think I'm still laughing about it. Apparently I am. I draw a cartoon of her holding that catalog. So, fan art, that's how I say thank you, or I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate the way that you touch our lives. But this video series isn't just about content creators. They're the reason that a lot of people are brought together from different communities, different walks. But those live feeds, they amaze me. The moderators, well, I'm getting a little long-winded with this story, but the content creators are awesome, obviously. We wouldn't be watching them if they weren't. For me, they are of like mind or close to it. They're just good, kind people. Down to earth. I say the salt of the earth, but that only means something to some people. It's not just the content creators. This new series is going to be about the channels, the content creators. It's also about, I like some of the live chats, and I watch the moderators in there, how they can really change people's days at times. You might be having a bad day, and you go in there, and there's hundreds of people in there, and the comments are flying by, and the host of the live, they can't see all that. I know they can't. I can't see it, and I'm not filming and talking and all that. But I'm in the live chat, and I can't watch it all go by. So I know those creators can't. It means a lot to people who are viewers that the mods drop their links if they have channels. Say hi to them, and the viewers, they you'd be surprised how it makes your day when somebody says hi to you. I don't really just run into a place and just start saying hi to everybody, because not everybody likes me, and so I don't want to insult somebody or put them on the spot by having them try to answer me. But so, you know, I kind of lay back or try to anyway. Doesn't mean I'm not reading your comments and this and that. In fact, I very seldomly go to YouTube and do a live chat or anything else. I don't have this book right here, and I'm jotting notes down, just right and left. In fact, if you don't believe me, I'm gonna put up a clip of a live that I got invited to go to Texas and be on live, and they'll tell you for sure. I got a notepad right beside me. Anything that you say something funny, I'm writing it down. A video I do, I'm writing it down. I bet I've got a list of 5,000 ideas, and then on top of that, on my computer, I've got a file that's YouTubers, and I bet I know 300 files built, where I'm watching videos and taking screenshots and putting them in there and putting notes in there about this and that. But they're not all content creators. Well, when I shut up and you watch these videos, or you watch the videos I pop up, there's some hints in there about upcoming episodes. I've got 4 that my heart's led to do, and I'll list those at the end of this video. And there'll be some hints throughout this introduction video. But I'm going to pop up one clip right now from when I was invited to go to Texas and be on live with 2 content creators that just became great friends, okay?
This shirt, right? This was the first design we had done by a fella named Mick from Critter Creek. Well, we had him. Well, we didn't even have him doing it. He just started doing some designs for us.
Cool designs for this one.
So we've got some new stuff we're going to show you.
This one. You wish that you had this one. You wish you had one. I know you do. I know you do. If I was on your side, I'd be jealous too.
So, and then we've got this one here, this Shield Design hoodie.
That's pretty cool.
And then, can you see the back? So that's one of the new hoodies. And this one is up and live right now as well.
That's a sweet shirt. Look at that. How talented is that guy?
I know, I wish we'd get to meet him. There's another one of my favorites here. They're all kind of my favorites. That's why we picked them. Look at that there. Freedom is the cure. Exercise your rights.
You know, look how badass that is.
I know. There's so much detail in these, and these are all hand-drawn designs. These aren't clip art pasted in a Photoshop something or other. This is all,
Hey.
Nobody will have anything like this because it's all hand-drawn.
Mickey, come here.
By this man right here. And
This fella right here.
He's even wearing one of them right now.
This fella right here drew those things with his hands.
He's been doing it since before computers.
Yeah.
So he just
This
draws
is
them.
Nick from Critter Creek, and he
All of this stuff.
every time he sees something, it's something new for him to draw. It's
Or
awesome.
if we just say a phrase, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, here we're gonna do it like this.
Yeah, every time I tune in to one of their videos or live feeds, I'm sitting there with a notepad going, oh my God, I gotta draw a cartoon of that.
Yep. If you go to butchandbull.com later, there's an ugly sweater we did on a sweatshirt for Christmas that is all hand drawn political cartoon. It is the best. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see. Perfect thing to wear to one of your Christmas parties.
If you ain't scared,
Right, don't be scared.
Got matching beards. I saw that.
That's your beard.
With Bush's shirt. Don't tell
yeah,
him
we
it's
didn't want to admit to anybody about us being relatives. And
Yeah,
everything.
that's my brother.
Yeah. He's younger. Oh well, I mean, yeah.
This is my younger brother.
Shorter, brother.
Yeah. Trust me. We're alive. He might have a little more than me. But here, before they make me get off their camera, I gotta tell you this. This is how you score in the world. Took me 60 years to make it to Billy Pops. It only took me 10,000 designs and 3 years to get to meet these two wild deuces.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get out of your way.
Thanks, Mitch.
So you heard them, Butch and Bull, that risky business with Butch and Bull. I was a fan of theirs, and now I consider them to be friends. And they told you straightforward, he's writing down those cartoon ideas. Well, I do that all the time. Not just for the content creators, though. I've got all those files built. I'm writing down them notes, but I've got files built, hundreds under YouTube. I want to let the secrets out the bag, but the moderators. Let's talk just for a second about the moderators. You're not exempt from these cartoons I'm going to be doing. I'm just showing some clips or photographs of some of the cartoons I've done. I've done way more than this. Don't mean to leave anybody out. There's no order of favorite or anything like that. It's just the ones that I could grab quick and show a sample to you, those who may not know that I do cartoons and logos and t-shirt designs for the content creators. Well, it's not just them. The mods. Okay, I gotta let this one out. One of my 4 that I got to do is called the Mod Squad. So, if you're a mod and I can find your channel, you are not out of the reach of my drawing tablet. Just saying, the Mod Squad. And there'll be more along the way. Next is the viewers. Those people who are not content creators, are not moderators, they're viewers of the channel. They're in the lives. They're leaving comments, watching videos, supporting the channels. They may even have their own channel and still are supporters. If you're a viewer and you're showing support through your comments, for your watch time, hitting the like button, showing those thumbs up, subscribing to content creators' channels, becoming parts of their family, showing up at the YouTube meetups. You're not out of my target zone. I've got files built on some of you too. Now, I don't want that to sound creepy. Basically, if somebody is showing a random act of kindness to strangers or people maybe they've met, and I want to find a way to say, hey, I see you. Or, hey, I just appreciated you saying hi to me, because, that's, or I just want to say, hey, I appreciate you. I see you, I appreciate you. So I'll visit your channels. Hey, you're on YouTube, so if you got a channel, surely you suspect somebody gonna drop by and visit it. If I can get a picture of you, you might be in a cartoon. I really want to draw a cartoon about your sense of humor or the light that you bring to a chat. And I have done those. So the channel's going to be cartoons, logos, drawings, designs, all kinds of things. My favorite's the cartoons because you make me laugh, and I crack myself up sometimes when I'm drawing cartoons of you. Maybe show the creator, but if I get to laughing about it or something, I'm gonna send it to them in an email. Many, 100. I bet 100 of them I never hear anything back, and that's okay. I didn't do it because I was wanting a shout out or try to sell you on something. You don't believe me? If anybody's out there that I've ever drawn a cartoon for, including the people that I'm showing some video clips of, you can let everybody know what I charged you for them. Be real. Folks, I don't charge YouTubers and YouTube creators and people who I enjoy or visiting with or watching or seeing in the chats. I don't charge money. I don't charge money for logos and t-shirt designs. Hey, I got a real job. I'm a graphic designer. I'm designing t-shirts and logos and art all over the world. That's not boasting or bragging, folks. I'm humble. I just want you to know, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. And if you hey, it's free to look. And then if you decide you like it, it's still free. That's all I'm saying. So, what do you got to lose? So I'm going to be making videos. It'll be like episode 1. It'll be basically one subject or one channel or one mod or one subscriber. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. But what I want to do is, they'll be all short and simple. I'll keep them all short. Try to stay under 15 minutes on them, but basically it's me on the computer working with my little mouse, drawing, and here it is right here. So just so you know, I don't have that big digital pen cartoon. But 2024, I'm gonna get me one of those. If this series takes off and people seem to be enjoying it, I'm gonna get me one of those real quick. So I'm going to be drawing cartoons of one person, one subject, or one family. And while I'm visiting, or while I'm talking about a content creator or whatever, or somebody or a family, and how they bring tears to my eyes through laughter, or their skills, or about their skills in certain areas that I'm interested in, farming, ranching, building, construction. While I'm talking about that content creator and or channel and such, I'm going to be drawing a cartoon or something of them or for them. So I'm combining my passion for viewing YouTube videos with my love of capturing that, and hopefully being able to send that to those people. And I don't want to shout out. I don't need that. Well, I need it, but I don't want it. That's not the reason I'm doing it. It's what I'm saying. And hopefully, I'm not looking for a shout out. I'm definitely not looking for money. I am blessed. I know this just sounds corny as anything, but it's just the way I am. I'm just going to tell you the way I feel about it. I'm blessed when I'm a blessing. If someone opens one of my drawings, and they're all titled fan art, and it brings a smile to their face, just the knowledge that somebody somewhere in the world was thinking about them today. I hope that brings just an ounce of joy, or I never want to offend anyone. And so if I did, or I do, by sending you a piece of art that I created for you, and that offends someone, you need to get over it. because I mean them as a compliment. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to be working on the computer. I got different camera angles that'll be going on. I'll be capturing the screen. I'll have the phone's camera set up at times from behind. This was suggestions by J.B. Conway, where it's over my shoulder and you can see the screen. Because, and again, this is not, I'm not trying to promote myself. I want you to be able to see what I'm creating, but because I don't put a picture up there of somebody or of anything and hit a button that says convert that to this or that. I bring a picture in on the art tablet and I draw it. Now I'm doing it with a mouse. And my Adobe Illustrator is my preferred choice for art program. But I'm drawing each line. And when you see one of the finished pieces, and the best example of that I can give, and it's not boasting, it's not bragging, I promise you, is the Johnny Gilliam race car. Okay, it's the best example I can give you of that. Sometimes when you see it, you think that's the photograph. I took and cut out Johnny's race car from two different views, from two different pictures, posted them in there together and wrote some words. And that's just not the way I do things, folks. I draw it. Every headlight, every highlight, every logo. I want to do something here real quick, and I want to pop up a video an example of kind of what it's going to look similar to what it's going to look like in the series. But this is me taking Johnny Gilliam's race car that I designed as a fan art for him, and what I'm going to do is bring it up on this screen, and I'm going to dissect it so you can see all the pieces in there. So this will give you a visualization of how many pieces of individual drawn things and highlights and all that stuff. So when if you get art or you see a video of the art, I guess I want you to understand it's not a computer graphic. It's like Butch and Bull said. I've been drawing these things since back before computers, but I want to dissect this race car real quick. I'll speed it up so I'm keep this thing down. I don't know where I'm at on time right now, but I'll cut out enough to get it down to a reasonable hour, or reasonable 15 minutes, sorry. But I want to dissect this card just so you can get a quick glimpse of how many pieces it takes to create that, and then this and this and that. Now in the series, you're going to get a good perspective of that because I'm going to draw it. You're going to see me drawing it. On a piece of paper and a pencil, I can sit at a state fair and draw caricatures all day long. With this mouse right here, they don't always turn out the way I want. And I do it for the joy. I do it for the pleasure. And I hope this series is fun. If it's not, hey, I haven't lost anything but a couple hours on an art tablet on the computer. I hope it is fun. But let me pop that up there. I'm going to dissect the drawing that I did for him, and then I'll be right back. I did misspell judgment on, he caught it just slicker than anything, and I had one too many E's in there, and well, okay, that was just a small sample. It's not, like I say, I'm not bragging, not boasting. That's not what this is about. I just wanted you to see kind of the process. In upcoming episodes, you'll see the drawings. You'll go through the process. Watch to the end of this video, and you're gonna get some clues on some of them that's coming up soon. I think they're gonna be funny or fun, and so I'm gonna run some samples of some of the art that I've done in the past, and I hope you enjoy those. But the last thing I want to say before I run this is, just because I've drawn your cartoon, that don't mean I'm done with you. Because people who make you smile rarely only make you smile once. Usually they just keep cracking you up every time you show back up. Things happen. Plus there's always somebody doing a random act of kindness for somebody else. And so, just because I've done one cartoon of you, there's some of you that I know I've drawn a cartoon of that I want to do something else, another cartoon. There's some of you that I didn't do a cartoon of that I'm wanting to do your cartoon. My point is, there ain't nobody out of my eyesight. So if I watch your channel and I get to pick who I like, you get to pick who you like. So let's run some samples of that, and hope you enjoy this. hope you enjoyed that, folks. At least a little bit. If you didn't, then that's all right too. I understand. Everybody has different tastes. But I'm gonna try this series out. Hoping to go 1 or 2 a week. I'm still searching for Critter Creek, my land and stuff. So that's part of my days, and I'm puppy training. That's a big part of my days. I still design, create artwork. I compete against graphic designers all over the world, and have clients all over the world. So I still have to host and handle their accounts and stuff. So I'm hoping to get one of these cartoon videos up a week, hopefully 2, plus some other different type of videos. This is not what the channel is going to be about, just cartoons. Well, even my real footage is like a cartoon, but I want to keep growing my channel and hopefully, of course, once I find my property and I show up at the gate of Critter Creek, I'll have some footage that's more where my heart leads me, and I'll be living the kind of life that I love and that I enjoy. I'll be living the kind of life that I actually enjoy. The outdoors, fishing and building and mudding and off-roading and critters everywhere. So the series, I'm gonna keep doing it until I realize that nobody's interested in this. And if that's the case, then, hey, I'm all right with that. I'm good with that. It'll just save me a couple hours a day, and I'll figure something else out. Series on how to train a wild miniature schnauzer. But for now, I've talked enough, and I can't think of anything else I wanted to pop up necessarily that I haven't already cut in there and put in there and do this and do that. That's what I need to say. Probably said too much already. Probably didn't make a lick of sense. But we'll see. Episode 1 coming soon. And I will, and if you watch the video, then you already know that YouToons episode 1 is going to be out soon, and the title to that one is Keeping It Simple, Lee. Keeping It Simple, Lee. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you would, hit that thumbs up. Hey, if you didn't like it, don't hit it, okay? I want you to stay true to yourself. If you did like it, if you're interested in seeing this little series and any other footage I happen to come up with, videos, then hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Bing! So you're notified whenever I put out another video. Comments. I love the comments. Okay, not all of them, because I will hit the ejection button on some of that grumpy stuff. But leave a comment if you have a mind to. Got an extra 5 seconds, which you probably don't after watching this whole thing. But appreciate you. Just know it's true. Do love you, and y'all come back now. You hear?